Hey, what's up, guys? We're going through strategy for 15.1 and 15.1A. This is the first of the CrossFit Games workouts for the 2015 season. Frankly, I was a little shocked by it, but as you know, with the Dave Castro, you never know what to expect. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a couple tips and stuff as to how to optimize your score to the best of your ability, regardless of whether you're a regionals games athlete or just someone who's doing the open to have some fun and kind of compete with himself, compete with classmates, and really just optimize their performance to the best of their ability. So couple things, guys. First thing I want to go through really quickly is nutrition. Sorry for my clients that are doing this in like the next, I think, three hours or less, but you definitely don't want to have a full stomach for this, and that means water or food. I would say the last meal that you have should be around 2 to 3 hours prior to this. I'd lean more towards that 3 hours, maybe hit up a Fuel for Fire right before. We do sell them at the gym. Fuel for Fire about 30 minutes before the workout, and make sure you've been hydrating all day. For those of you hitting it tomorrow or later in the week, plan to give yourself a good 3 hour gap prior to. Have a little snack beforehand, no fats, nothing too heavy, to keep your stomach and gut kind of ready to go for that first part, that 9-minute high octane workout, and then into the clean and jerk, obviously. Second thing to discuss, the warm-up. So the warm-up piece, I think, is really important. I've looked at a lot of sites. I kind of formulated my own thoughts and kind of came up with something along the lines of what a lot of other coaches are recommending. So there's going to be several different components to the warm-up here. Component one is definitely going to be an aerobic warm-up. So maybe 5 to 10 minutes of something to get your heart rate up. So if you live in a warm climate, running might be a good option. If you guys are in New York or somewhere in the Northeast, it's freezing, I probably wouldn't run. Skipping rope, my first choice is going to be the Airdyne or Assault bike. So a nice slow pedal for 5 to 10 minutes. I would avoid the rower because it's grip heavy. In general, as a movement, even if you're going light, we don't need to overtax that grip. So once we've had a basic general aerobic warm-up, I then move on to about a 5 to 10 minute mobility piece where we're starting to warm up and loosen up the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, stuff that are going to make your toes to bar easier or limit you depending on your mobility. So I'd spend some time doing that for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once we've done that, and this is, I think, going to be the big piece here, making sure that you do warm up your clean and jerk prior to the workout. I think some of you guys might forget to do that or think, oh, I'll be warmed up once I get there. I would work up to about 75 to 85% of your 1RM. Whether squat clean, power clean, do what you're going to do during the workout. I'd probably opt to do the warm-up with the squat clean just to be prepared for it. But you want your body primed to be ready to lift. And then finally, right before you're going to start the workout, I would hit 2 to 3 sets at 100% effort of a couple of toes to bar, a couple of deadlifts, and a couple of snatches. The reason for that is so your body and your heart know what it's going to feel like once you get into the workout. Even though you're going to be working out at 90%, you want to make sure that your body is primed to do that. You don't want to just go in after doing a clean and jerk and kind of the first 2 rounds like, holy shit, my heart rate is super jacked up. Now I have 7 more minutes of this and then I have to do the clean and jerk. So warm-up's really important, guys. Don't neglect it. Make sure you're spending about 25, 30 minutes warming up to get a good score, the best score that you can possibly get. Now the workout, guys, 9-minute AMRAP. So 15.1 is 9-minute clock. We have 15 toes to bar, which is going to be the meat and potatoes of the workout for pretty much everyone, even if you're scaling and doing knee raises. 10 deadlifts. The RX is 115 for the men, 75 for the ladies. Pretty light. And same weight for the snatches. At 9:01, the clock is going to run till 15 minutes where 15.1A starts, and it's establish a 1-rep max clean and jerk. So let's go through part 1 first, guys. So part 1, the workout is toes to bar. We saw Rich Froning and Matt Frazier, probably the 2 best CrossFit male athletes in the sport. Last night, go unbroken on the workout. I would not recommend anybody do that, really, and I'm sure if they did it over and they weren't in front of a live crowd and had no idea, they might start breaking it from the beginning and probably pay dividends in the end. Depending on the kind of athlete you are and how you do toes to bar, I would break it into small sets from the beginning. Myself personally, I'm pretty good with toes to bar, and I'm going to break it into sets of 5 with a little bit of programmed and time rest right from the beginning. So what I mean by that is I'm literally going to do 5 reps, look at the clock, and give myself a 3 to 5 second break in between. And I know that sounds crazy, but if I were to do 3 sets of 5, rest 5 seconds exactly in between each set, the toes to bar each round are going to take me 30 seconds. And I know myself as an athlete, that is a pace that I can maintain. So know yourself, guys. Make sure you're not doing the crazy hang on the bar as long as possible. It's going to completely fry your grip and throw you off for the rest of the workout. Once your grip is gone, it's gone. I wouldn't recommend a mixed grip unless you've practiced it or it's something like once your grip goes. Try not to get to that point. So once we've gotten to the toes to bars, we're going to move on to the deadlift. The deadlift weight is really light. And I'm going to say that for pretty much anyone thinking about doing it RX. You guys should all do it unbroken. Don't think about breaking the deadlifts up. Finally, moving on to the snatches. For our higher skilled, stronger athletes, those snatches should be done unbroken. Make sure you're hook gripping the bar. And if you've seen people kind of cycle the reps, so we saw Matt Fraser and Rich Froning cycling them. Rich was doing them a little slower, and what happened towards the end, it paid dividends. You don't need to cycle these as fast as you possibly can. Those 5 reps, if you do them too fast, are going to jack your heart rate up really high. Your heart rate's going to be going up as it is. We don't need to be at an even more, 20 to 30 second higher elevated heart rate just to try and save a couple seconds on the toes to bar. On the snatches, because it will fry you when you get to the toes to bar. So just make sure, you're breathing at the top of each rep. Make sure you're breathing on the deadlift. Stay slow and controlled and kind of stay within yourself and your own rhythm. That's kind of like it for, 15.1. When we move on to 15.1A, I think regardless of where you're at, hitting 85 to 90% of your max is going to be the best you can ask for. I doubt we're going to see many PRs. If people PR, that's awesome, but I don't think it's something that's going to be very common. Willie, stop that. I don't think it's going to be something that we see very common, just because it's going to be super hard to do that after everything is all said and done. So what I recommend, whatever weight you have on the bar, 115 for the guys or 75 for the girls, have your weights stacked up alongside the bar. Make sure that you could just slide weights right onto your opening weight. So as soon as you finish, slide your weight on, rest, hit your first attempt. I probably wouldn't even go for the first attempt till about 10 and a half, 11 minutes. Give yourself a little bit of time to recuperate. Make sure you can load the barbell and all that stuff. And then we're going to take about 3 to 4 attempts, guys. You don't need any more than that. You should know, if you've been CrossFitting long enough, what you want to shoot for, what's a reach, what's a good hit, and what's an easy lift. And you should have that all thought out prior to going in. Equipment. Wear sneakers for the first part of the workout. The first part of the workout is going to be super, super, super toe to bar intensive. That's pretty much going to be the entire first part of the workout. Wear light sneakers, your Nanos, Nike Metcons, Innovates, whatever it is that you wear, guys, put those on, use them for the toes to bar. They will save you. I would recommend having a weight belt and your Oli shoes ready to go, unloosed, not tied up, so that the second 15.1 finishes, you can load your barbell, and then while you're resting for that minute, take your shoes off, put your Oli shoes on, put that belt on to help, give you some extra support and bracing the midline, because you're going to need all the help you can get at that point once you are fatigued and tired. In terms of chalk and grip and all that stuff, yeah, you're going to use chalk, guys, but I wouldn't continue to waste a lot of time trying to chalk in between reps. Try your best to, like what you saw the guys doing yesterday, chalk the beginning of the round and go for it, but don't spend too much time in that chalk bucket. 9 minutes is not a long time. Every rep is going to count. And then finally, in terms of like hand protection, if you don't normally use tape or gloves or any of that kind of stuff, I wouldn't recommend doing it today. You don't change things you've done on game day. So hopefully this helped. Just remember, go out there, have fun, be confident wherever you're doing it, and don't be scared to disrespect the workout. That's exactly what I plan on doing tomorrow. 7 rounds, 8 rounds, 400-pound plus clean and jerk. Not really, but have fun, guys, and we'll post another one of these for 15.2.